Omar Khan and the Pittsburgh Steelers have pulled off highway robbery this offseason at one specific position on the Steelers roster. I'm going to let you know what position that is and break it all down for you on today's edition of Steelers Talk. But before we get into it, Joey Peterson, you guys might remember Joey from some of our live shows. He has betrayed us. He is now the host of the Ravens Rundown here by Chat Sports. And listen, I'm glad for the kid. He got his opportunity. But he went from Steelers Talk, which gave him his first opportunity, and now he's the host of our arch rivals, the Baltimore Ravens. You can see him there wearing the headset with the Ravens background. Makes me pissed, man. So he has challenged us to a sub-battle this week. And this week, actually, Ravens is actually beating Steelers Talk in new subscribers. They're beating us by just one subscriber. So make sure you click that subscribe button right now so we can win this sub-battle against Joey Peterson, the new host of Ravens Rundown. And Joey actually has a message to send to Steelers Nation here. This is what he wanted to say. I appreciate Steelers Talk for helping me get my start here at Chat Sports, but now that I have my channel, I've come to realize that the Baltimore Ravens are the true kings of the AFC North. Have fun slumming it with Russ and Fields this year. Go Ravens. All right, so if you want to stick it to Joey Peterson right now, help us win this sub-battle right now by clicking that subscribe button. New viewers, we are counting on you guys. If you are subscribed to this channel, you cannot help us out in this battle. Only the people that haven't clicked that subscribe button can help us get our revenge here. So what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button and join our family. Okay, so now let's get into it here. And I'm going to be telling you how Omar Khan pulled off highway robbery at the quarterback position on the Pittsburgh Steelers roster this year, breaking down the entire offseason. I'm going to tell you why I believe in this brand new Steelers quarterback room heading into the 2024 season. So remember, all the reports heading up to the draft and up to free agency was that the Pittsburgh Steelers were planning on rolling with Kenny Pickett as their QB1 for a third straight season, and then they were going to bring back Mason Rudolph to be his competition in camp. Now, Rudy played pretty darn well down the stretch. He played okay in the postseason game against the Buffalo Bills, a lot better than Kenny Pickett during the season. But everybody from Jerry Dulac to Mark Caboli, everybody that is connected to the team was saying they're bringing back Pickett and they are bringing back Rudolph. Now, when it comes to Rudolph here, I do have a question to ask you guys. Do you think it was the right decision to let Rudolph walk, or do you think they should have brought him back? Do you think Rudy deserved another chance to be the starting quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers this year? Give me a yes or a no for today's pinned comment. YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds. When that happens, give me a yes or no to answer today's pinned question. But after, the whole season went through and, Russell Wilson had kind of another disappointing season with the Denver Broncos. He was sat down by head coach Sean Payton because of injury concerns. They didn't want him to get hurt in the final 3 games of the season last year because if that happened, injury guarantees on his contract would have kicked in, and they didn't want to do that. And at the end of the day, the Broncos decided to release Russell Wilson, and they decided to pay a very heavy price for it. They're going to be paying Russell Wilson $39 million here during the 2024 season. So because the Broncos are paying Russ so much this year, that opened up Russ's options to pretty much play for whoever he wanted for at the veteran minimum. And for a player that has been in the league as long as Russ has, the veteran minimum is $1.21 million, and that is exactly what the Pittsburgh Steelers brought him in for. So you're getting somebody in Russell Wilson, an 8-time Pro Bowler, a Super Bowl champion, and somebody that put up these kinds of numbers with the Denver Broncos last year for $1.21 million. 24 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. That has more touchdown passes, by the way, than Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles, and one of the lowest interception numbers in the league last year. He was 3rd in adjusted completion percentage and 6th in on-target percentage, so he's still one of the most accurate quarterbacks in football. The big-time throw percentage was top 10. Same thing with touchdown percentage, one of the most efficient red zone quarterbacks in the league, something that Russell Wilson was abysmal at. And then the interception percentage was also in the top 10. So he protects the football, he gets the ball in the end zone, and he's accurate. Now, he is not what he once was with the Seattle Seahawks. He is not a superstar quarterback anymore, but he is a perfect fit for what the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking out of their quarterback at this point in time because the Steelers roster is really good. They have an elite defense. They have a revamped offensive line. They've got a really good running back duo. So this is how Pittsburgh wants to win games. And this has been the case the last several years with Kenny Pickett as well. And they've actually done it pretty well with Pickett despite playing so poorly, right? They want to play well on defense. They want to control the clock and the ball. They don't want to turn the ball over. They want to wear down opposing defenses with the run game. And then they want to deliver in the clutch, which this team has been able to do. But they're hoping Russell Wilson is going to bring another level of efficiency, particularly in the red zone, that Kenny Pickett just didn't do with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this is Russ's job. This is what they're asking him to do. They're not asking him to be a superstar. They're not asking him to carry the offense. They're not asking him to compete for an MVP trophy. They're asking him to execute the offense, protect the football, throw the deep ball when he gets one-on-one opportunities down the field off of play action, and then win games late. And all four of those things Russell Wilson proved last year he can still do at a very high level in the National Football League. We also have to remember here as well, Arthur Smith is the new offensive coordinator here with Pittsburgh, and he made Ryan Tannehill look like a top 10 quarterback for 2 straight seasons. Tannehill took the Titans to the AFC Championship in 2019 and then led them to a number 1 seed in 2020 where he put up these numbers in the Arthur Smith offense. Ryan Tannehill has not even sniffed these numbers in any other season of his career without Arthur Smith. So this is an incredibly quarterback-friendly offense. And if you're asking me, Russell Wilson today is more talented and has a higher ability to play the quarterback position than Ryan Tannehill had at any point in his NFL career, with all due respect to Ryan Tannehill. And I think Russell Wilson could absolutely fill Tannehill's type of game manager role in this Arthur Smith offense. They're not going to be asking too much of him. I think that his skill set fits perfectly with what the Pittsburgh Steelers want out of their QB this year, and I'm very excited to see what he's going to do. And a big component of this thing, guys, is the postseason and clutch experience that Russell Wilson brings to the table. To win a Super Bowl in the National Football League, you have to have somebody with experience. A guy like Justin Fields with no playoff experience, even if he leads the team to the playoffs, is likely going to be a one-and-done exit because that's usually what happens to quarterbacks in their first playoff action. But Russell Wilson has been there and done that. He is tied for 9th all-time in fourth quarter comebacks. He has 39 game-winning drives, which is top 10 all-time. F Coop in the chat, or F Sperry, I don't know for the spelling mistakes on the graphics. But he also has 4 postseason fourth quarter comebacks and 4 postseason game-winning drives, and he has won a Super Bowl. He's been to 2. He nearly won both. And if you think that he's washed, he can't do this anymore, he led the league in fourth quarter comebacks just last season with Denver, number 1 in the league with 4. But Kenny Pickett, the old quarterback, the old plan was bring in Russell Wilson at the vet minimum, have Kenny Pickett learn from Russ, and hopefully Kenny can still be the long-term answer. But Kenny Pickett wasn't having any of that. But we're going to get to that here in just a second, what Omar Khan decided to do with Kenny Pickett's ass. But before we get into that, let's have a word from our sponsor here at Game Time, which is the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets for the sports, music, comedy, and theater in your area. And guys, we all know that experiencing a sporting event, especially a Pittsburgh Steelers football game live, is unlike anything you can get from watching the game on your couch. Game Time picks filters out the fluffs to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. So, for example, for the home opener, the regular season home opener at Acrisure Stadium for the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is what it's going to show you when you go to Game Time Picks, all right? You're going to see all the best potential ticket deals on their site. So right here, top 10% value at $173 at that particular section. That's the best deal that they have. And then you can scroll to see what kind of other tickets that they have. You can see how much you're saving. You can see what percentile the savings are for that particular ticket. And so you can get the best possible seat at the best possible price within your price range. It is fantastic. And what I love about using the Game Time app in general is that you get the lowest price guarantee on any ticket to any event. You get all-in pricing so you don't get slapped with crazy fees at checkout. And then you get flash deals as well. So if you're a procrastinator like me, like to get tickets last minute, Game Time actually rewards you for that behavior. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time today. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS. That's one word, all caps, CHATSPORTS, right down there in the bottom right of your screen for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, it's only for your first purchase. So again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS, one word, all caps, CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It's game time. So now let's talk about what happened after Kenny Pickett. Didn't particularly like the Russell Wilson signing, felt like he was getting replaced, and he was, but the Steelers were going to give him a chance to quote-unquote compete and learn from Russell Wilson so he could still be the long-term answer at quarterback for the Steelers. But he wasn't having that. He requested a trade, and from that point forward, GM Omar Khan got on the phones and went to work again. First up, trading Kenny Pickett's ass to the Philadelphia Eagles here and getting a couple of pick upgrades, getting a third-round pick in this year's NFL draft. We'll talk about who they drafted with that pick here in just a second, plus 2 seventh-rounders in 2025, and then you gave Kenny Pickett to the Eagles, and then also you gave them a fourth-round pick in this year's NFL draft. And with that pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers took potentially a superstar inside linebacker of the future, Payton Wilson, who has looked like an absolute stud in that inside linebacker room all throughout the offseason program and now all throughout training camp and the preseason. This kid looks like a star at the position. If he can keep his knee healthy and he can stay on the field, it's looking like Payton Wilson is going to be one of the steals in the 2024 NFL draft, and that's all because Omar Khan got a steal for Kenny Pickett. And by the way, where's Kenny Pickett now? He is losing the backup quarterback battle to Tanner McKee in Philadelphia. He is looking bad with the Philadelphia Eagles. Who would have thought Kenny Pickett's a bad quarterback? I know, completely shocked. Okay, now, the Khan wasn't done, okay? Trading Kenny Pickett was just the first part. But then he went out, and he made a trade that so many Steelers fans, including myself, absolutely praised when he made it. He landed Justin Fields, former first-round pick quarterback, back in 2021, and all he had to give up for him was a conditional sixth-round pick to the Chicago Bears. Now, if Justin plays more than half of the offensive snaps this year for the Steelers offense, the Steelers will give their fourth-round pick in next year's NFL draft to the Bears, not a sixth-round pick. So if you're playing Justin Fields at quarterback this year, you have to be absolutely sure that he is worth the fourth-round pick you'd be giving up if you end up making that decision. Now, I think that when it came to how Omar Khan went about this whole situation this offseason, at this very important position. Okay, we know it's a quarterback league. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers committed highway robbery on not just one but two quarterbacks because you're getting that veteran presence in Russell Wilson for the vet minimum, and then you're technically have a higher cap hit for Justin Fields, but still on a super low contract, and you got him for just a conditional sixth-round pick, super talented player. So both of these guys, I think the Steelers committed highway robbery on, and what I believe the plan at quarterback is right now, okay? And things are subject to change. Keep that in mind. But I believe the Steelers' first plan, I mean, remember, they went and got Russell Wilson first. They could have traded for Fields, but they ended up signing Russell Wilson. I think their plan A here is to go with Wilson as that game manager type quarterback, that Ryan Tannehill type that's just asked to execute the offense, keep the ball out of harm's way, take advantage of deep ball opportunities one-on-one, and then win games late. As we discussed, I believe Russell Wilson is more than capable of doing that. However, if he can't do that and he stinks, plan B is still a great option. You got a super dynamic, super electric young quarterback in Justin Fields who could still be your long-term answer. So if you're asking me if I would have rather had Kenny Pickett or Justin Fields as this plan B option, I think I would have much rather had Justin Fields over Kenny Pickett, and you still got Payton Wilson, a future star inside linebacker, after that trade that you did with Philadelphia. So Omar Khan did a fantastic job here. I do think Justin Fields is a bit volatile. He's not the game manager that I think that the Steelers are looking for right now. He doesn't read defenses great. His footwork isn't fantastic. He doesn't see open receivers down the field in the drop-back passing game, but he's an electric rusher of the football. He can throw on the run. There's a lot of different things that the Steelers can do if they end up turning to Justin Fields at some point this season. So what say you guys? Let me know down there in the comments section. Grade how the Pittsburgh Steelers handled the quarterback room this offseason. Give me an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F. Now, because this is a highway robbery video, guys, you guys can probably tell that my grade's going to be very high. Now, did the Steelers get a star quarterback? I mean, maybe with Justin Fields, but I think we know Russell Wilson isn't a superstar quarterback anymore. I think what they did, given the circumstances, given all the different possibilities they could have gone down, I'm going to give this an A-. Like, are you getting a superstar level quarterback? No, so I can't give it an A+, but I think given the circumstances, getting two very solid options at the quarterback position, I think it's a lot better than what you had, and I think that you really did pull off highway robbery by getting Russell Wilson at the vet minimum and then Justin Fields for a conditional sixth-round pick. Okay, guys, make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already. We got more videos on the Steelers like this every single day for free. So, again, we are in the middle of that Ravens versus Steelers subscriber battle this week. So help us beat Joey Peterson this week. Click that subscribe button. Try us out for a week and help us beat the Ravens.